You'll die there.
I'll be home soon. R.I.P. Keon. I love my family.
That's all you got to say.
Like in the case of Daunta Wright, who was the trigger man in the murder of 18-year-old Jordan Klee. Wright and his friends tried to rob Klee, but the situation escalated and Wright ended up shooting Klee. The trio was charged with Klee's murder, and Wright was the last to plead guilty.
On the morning of October 4th, 2016, did you agree and conspire with two other individuals, Delvino Gracie and Jamarius Ellison, to commit an armed robbery?
Yeah.
And who are you going to rob?
Jordan Klee.
Jordan Klee.
The prosecutor asked Wright if he had used a gun to rob Klee.
And that afternoon, did you in fact rob Jordan Klee?
Yeah.
And did you use a gun to place him in fear in order to take his property?
Yeah.
After admitting to the robbery, Wright calmly described how he killed Jordan Klee.
What did you do with that gun and Mr. Jordan Klee?
Shot him.
And where did you shoot him?
On the top. My head.
And did you kill him with that shot?
Yes.
His sentencing, Wright heard from Klee's family.
Jordan has no future. Jordan can no longer choose to go to college. Jordan can no longer choose to change.
Wright kept smiling and rubbing his palms together as Klee's cousin read the victim impact statement on behalf of his mother.
So because for the first time in my life, I feel hate in my heart, here is what I hope. I hope that every time you want for a jacket, that you stay cold. I hope that every time you want for shoes, you get a hole in yours. I hope that every time you want for a meal, you go hungry.
He was also given a chance to speak, but instead of expressing remorse, he had this to say.
I'll be home soon. R.I.P. Keon. I love my family.
That's all you got to say.
What Wright did not know was that the judge had the power to throw out his plea deal.
You know, I have never in 23 years approximately ever not accepted a sentence agreement between the parties because it's bargained for, sentenced by the parties. But watching you sit there, smile and laugh and shake your head like this was no big deal, I'm very tempted to just say, I'm not going to accept this sentence agreement. We'll go to trial. And if you're convicted of felony murder, you'll go to prison for the rest of your life. That means you'll die there.
Realizing that the sentencing agreement he had so much confidence in was about to be thrown out, Wright stopped smiling and asked his lawyer if the judge could really do that.
That's what I'm tempted to do. Mr. Bella, do you want me to accept this sentence agreement?
Your Honor, may we approach prison?
Yes.
Wright's lawyer stepped in to do some damage control.
My client is 17 years old. He has some emotional problems and frankly was scared. And some people display fear by smiling.
But ultimately, the judge would hear out the victim's family.
With the victim's mother as well as his grandparents and some family members. They understand that obviously this is the defendant who brutally murdered their son by shooting him in the back of the head. He's shown absolutely no remorse. He's written rap songs to other murderers about continuing killing, and throughout the victim impact statements today, he smiled and laughed throughout the entire proceeding. However, the Klee family does want to move on with this. They want to get some closure from this case. They want to try and forgive this defendant and all of his actions for what he did. And they are asking, as well as the people, that you proceed with the sentencing agreement.
And since the family wanted to stick with the sentencing agreement, the judge accepted it.
This is the wish of the victim's family, the wishes of the prosecutor, and the bargain for sentence between all the parties.
According to the agreement, Wright was sentenced to 23 to 50 years in prison. Daunta Wright showed no remorse at his sentencing and almost got his plea deal thrown out.